Guys, this anime called My Friend's Little Sister has it in for me. I just finished watching episode 12 and now that I've collected my thoughts on it, I can very say to you, I can confidently say that this anime is actually kind of different. I mean, if you guys simply consume this anime, you just watch it for the ecchi, or you just watch it, you're just watching it. You're gonna miss a lot of the good shit that actually happened in this anime. I guarantee you. I think you need a little bit more IQ for this anime than most animes in general. Most animes, they're just fun, power leveling, romance. Romance has a lot of nuances and innuendos. But here, this is the thing I like about this anime. So this anime obviously is about Iroha. Okay, this is pretty much just an anime for her. And of course, there's Mashiro and Akitiro. So, what Iroha has done this entire 12 episodes is actually selfless. Okay, so hear me out. Iroha, on the surface, she looks annoying. She looks, promiscuous. She seems like a bimbo. Every time she teases Akitiro, it just seems really rude in a way. Or, when Akitiro, right here, this is a good example. She's over here teasing him yet again, saying that was actually my confession. But then she takes it back and says, nah, I'm just messing with you. I got you. And so Akitiro here just is taken aback because his heart was really beating really fast. He was struggling to, compute what was going on. And of course, if Iroha really did confess to him, it would really put a wrench in his gear when it comes to his professionalism, his works, and his O5 alliance with everybody else within the game production. And so he knows that if she did confess, no matter what he says or does, it's gonna mess up their relationship, everything. It's gonna mess up his whole life, like legit. So of course he doesn't want that confrontation. So this is where Iroha shines. This is why I really like this anime. Okay, because Iroha here, by teasing him, honestly, it takes a load off of him. Even though he is a little bit, off put about it, it just seems a little annoying. It honestly de-stresses him. It allows him to de-stress. Stop being so serious about work and stop being so serious about life. When you get teased like this, especially by a gal, this is what guys would dream of, honestly. Like, if a girl just teases you left and right about having feelings for you, it could be, like I said, it could seem very like off-putting, but honestly it's just her being friendly. She's just being friendly. Of course, they're very close. They're extremely close. And of course, Mashiro sees this as competition. She sees Aroha as competition, but that's fine. They're still young, so this type of teasing isn't that deep. That at the end of the day, it's not that deep. But here's why Iroha is just so awesome. She knows that she can't confess, and I like how smart she is to be like, all right, I can tease him, but I'm never gonna confess, at least not now, because if she does confess, it really, like I said, it'll fuck up everything. And so she always takes it back. She always takes back her feelings because she knows that she's gonna be stepping on a lot of people's toes. And even though her brother, Iroha's brother himself, the genius engineer when it comes to technology and AI and coding, Akatiro, this is him. Wait, this is Akatiro. What the fuck? Where's her brother at? Oh my god. Oh, here he is. Konehita Uzumi. This is her brother, right? Is a second-year high school student. He's a typical nice guy who is attentive and considerate. He is also Akatiro's only friend and puts absolute trust in Akatiro. Okay, so they didn't really put any. Yeah, here you go. So Azuma is a handsome like a prince, and hey, pause. I'm reading it off this My Anime listing, right? Pause. Holy shit. Don't. He's actually a genius programmer. So you can see here he is a genius programmer. So this is Iroha's brother, so he consents to them dating. He's like, man, why don't they just date? They should just get married. But Iroha is just so smart, man. It's just great. You know, she wants Akatiro to focus on his gaming, on now his plays, his business, his life, his relationships within this life. Right here, we're going through a whole montage of all the characters here. Honestly, bro, this engineer girl, she's a music engineer. I wish we actually saw more of it. A toy. I'm telling you, man, all these characters are really fucking, you know, they fit really well into this universe. You know, that's another good thing that this anime has done, is just introduce so many interesting characters. All they have different specialties. And Akatiro, damn, he's a smart guy too. He's able to do everything they all can do. I mean, obviously not the best at what they can do, but he can manage it all because he knows how to do it all. So Akatiro is, you know, he's a man of many talents, and he brings everyone, all these characters you see, together. And that's why, despite Iroha knowing that Mashiro actually has feelings for him, and that Mashiro actually fucking confessed, which is insane. I did not really expect Mashiro to actually confess, but when she did, it was just so beautiful. It was like such a great confession. No tears, no hard feelings, just pure confession and pure emotions and just honesty. You know, Mashiro knew she was gonna get rejected, so here's Mashiro. You know, Iroha's competition pretty much. He's a second-year high school student. She's Akashiro's classmate and cousin. See, the cousin part really like is weird as fuck, but I think they're like distant or something. I don't know. Mashiro is shy around strangers. However, she has a cold attitude and poisonous tongue only towards Akatiro. And so there's so many good dynamics in this anime. Honestly, if you just consume, like I said earlier, you're not gonna get any of these nuances. You're really not. But I gotta tip my hat off and give credit to Iroha. Give her a lot of credit. She came out of her shell. She wanted to be just this low-key voice actor in the game, but decided to go into this play right here that you guys can see and spread her wings. So I have to give it to her for that, and I gotta have to give it to her putting her feelings aside. Like, think about that, guys. This is a gal that really is into the guy, but she's deciding to hold back and be like, nah, I'm not gonna confess. But not because she doesn't want to get rejected, but because she knows whether or not she gets rejected, it's gonna really put a wrench in a gear in a wrench, the wrench in the gear. So yeah, despite her knowing Mashiro has feelings for him, she's like, nah, I ain't gonna go there. But honestly, this also has characters right here that are very underrated. Like this character here, I really enjoyed this character. Oh, they only have one picture. That sucks. And then of course you got the crazy teacher. Guys, I'm telling you, man, there's just so many great characters that just go well with this universe. Teacher with a clear mind. She's Akatiro's homeroom teacher and teacher with a ruthless guidance and poisonous tongue. Again? However, she has a side that no one knows. Yeah, that's her doujinshi side. But overall, guys, you know, I gave it a 7 out of 10. You know, I thought it was enjoyable. I liked all the I like the small detail shit that if you don't pay attention in this anime, you're gonna miss small details that have huge impacts. Yeah, so I gave it a 7. You can see here. Wait, watching what? It's completed, my guys. Update. All right. But yeah, here are all the characters. Overall, not necessarily a must watch, but if you're looking for something a little bit different that isn't as generic, I think this is your anime. I think you would really enjoy this experience. You know, just give it a chance, guys, because I found myself, you know, sometimes I would fall off a little bit, but at the end, the last episode just brought it all together, and we got to see everything just come and not necessarily feel complete, but I just feel like it's good enough. It was satisfying. You know, nothing too deep, nothing too serious. Oh yeah, and then before I wrap it up, I also love how Akatiro is just like able to manage all these characters. Just think about it, managing all these different characters and who's under Akatiro. So that takes a lot of fucking balls. And then like in the past, I think it was like episode 10, he got really stressed out. And he's just a kid. Just think about it. And he's getting stressed out. And I'm like, damn, he's just gotten stressed out managing all this shit. And I have to give credit to him too as well. Especially, bro, this like I said, if you think about this anime, you read into every situation, you see that you will not want to be in Akatiro's spot. Even though, you know, yeah, you got two girls chasing you, but you're managing all these people, bro. You're managing this game. Right? You gotta come up with plans, gotta meet deadlines, and you just gotta fucking perform.